Now, once a month, what I do is I take I think it's PetSmart. I'm not for sure. Maybe it's Petco. No, it's PetSmart. I like going there because the bio bags that go in the back of the filter are already pre-made, so I don't have to assemble them. So that anything that cuts a little bit of time off. But what you have to do is whether it's pre-assembled or you assemble them yourself, what you have to do is run them through a little bit of cold water, and this is going to get any dust that's on the activated carbon out. And just take it kind of like that underneath the water faucet and shake it off a little bit, and then it's ready to go into the filter. Okay, so now it's all filled up with water, and you're just going to take your stress coat, and what I do is just kind of pour it in there, no magic way, spin it around a little bit, and now we're going to go dump this into the tank. And what I did whenever I put the water in here is I mix a little bit of warm water and cold water, so I'm not just going to shock the fish by putting a whole bunch of hot water or a whole bunch of cold water. And then you lift the can up in here and dump the... Don't want to dump it too quick. I see if I dump too quick, it's going to mess up the gravel. So just nice and slow, and refill up the tank again. And then once I get the tank more water back into it, then we're going to repeat the process of removing some more water. And the key thing with an aquarium is never drain the whole tank. So no matter how bad it is, no matter how dirty it is, only take out about 25% of the water, which on an aquarium this big would only be about this much. But you don't do it all at once. You take a little bit out. You could do it all at once if you wanted to. Take a little bit out, fill it back up. Take a little bit out, fill it back up. And starting my gravel cleaner again. And then we're just going to repeat this process about 3 times, and then our gravel's clean. And then just slide this into the garbage can. Okay, before we go on and I tell you more about how to clean your fish tank, what I want to do is tell you a little bit about filtration. It's very important if you want a nice, clean aquarium, is about a little bit about filtration. So I want you to look over here at these filters that are on the back of the tank. Look just at how much water is flowing through them. I got 2 of them. I got one on this side of the tank, as you can see right there, and one on this side. And they just hang on the back of the tank like that, and one's there and one's there. The water goes up this tube right here, comes over into this part, comes over here, cleans, it filters it out, and it spits it out clean. And that's hundreds of gallons of water per hour being flown through there. So now that the water level is a little bit lower, you can actually see just how much water is going through there. So this here is the mechanical part of the fish tank that keeps it nice and clean. Now if we go underneath here, you'll see what's the biological part. This part here is the same process. It comes in, it goes in here, does its thing, and comes back out. And I never touch that at all. It just stays on, and stuff grows in there and keeps the tank and removes all the bad stuff automatically for us. So, but this is, as you can see, just how much water is flowing through there every single hour of the day. Now my filters are all washed off, and I got all the dust off of them from the new packaging. And then I take my garbage can lid, and we go over to the back of the tank, and all you do is you take the old one out, and you can see how dirty it is. Look how dirty that is versus how clean the new one is. Put it on the top, and grab a new one, and slide the new one in, and then you're done. And once a month I do this, just remove it, let all the little water drain, put it here, and then slide a new one in. Nothing really to it, and you can kind of see how it kind of stirs up the water a little bit when you do it. Then I go over to the second filter and do the same thing, pull the old one out, and look how dirty that is. I mean, that's solid nastiness. Pull out the old one, put it here, and add a new one. If you want to, you can clean these and reuse them, but I like buying new ones for the simple fact that it has the activated carbon in them, and that's going to help keep the water crystal clear. So if your water's getting that yellow color, the carbon that's inside of this will help make the water clear again. So that's the old filters from about 1 month, and the new filters are installed, and as you can see, it just took me about 1 minute to do such. So I'm finished with that part of cleaning the filters, and then you put the tops back on, and you're done. What a lot of people don't know about fresh water fish is that they actually needs a little salt in the water. So even though it's freshwater fish, you have to put a little salt. So just put a little salt in the water and stir it up. And some experts disagree. Some people agree. It's kind of one of those things that some people agree and some people don't. But whenever you're changing it and you're on your last load of water, just put a little salt in there and you're good. Let's check on the rocks inside the dishwasher and see how clean they're coming. Wow, look at that. In just about 10 minutes of everything being in the dishwasher, you can see everything is just coming crystal clear. So let's close that back up. It looks like it still has a little bit more on the dial to continue, and we'll let that finish what it's doing while we're... Okay, let's check and see how much time we have on this, because I'm about ready to put everything back into the fish tank. Let's see how everything's going. Oh man, for a cheap dishwasher, that works pretty good. Well, we still got a little bit more time, so let's leave that doing its thing. We'll come back and check on this in just a few more minutes. Okay, now we're back and we're opening up the dishwasher, and as you can see, everything is perfectly nice and clean. It's still a little hot. Actually, it's a little bit too hot to touch. And here are all the plants, and all the plants are perfectly clean too. So what we do is the same method of which we brought the plants in here is the same method we're going to put them back in. And so just take all the plants out of the dishwasher, and I put them on the top of this the lid that goes to my garbage can. And you know, here's a little piece right here, just put it on the side and we can reconnect it to wherever it goes later. And kind of pick through, and then we'll walk over to the fish tank and we'll start putting everything back into the aquarium and begin the process of decorating. Alrighty, this is kind of hot, but I'm going to try to do it anyhow. Probably should wait until this cools down a little bit, but what you do is you just take the rock over to the tank and we're going to stick it on the inside. Here goes nothing. Pull up the lid a little bit. Woo! Hope I don't drop the camera into the water. And then down it goes. And you can organize it however makes the tank look the best. And then go back over to the dishwasher and we'll get more. And one by one, just stack everything inside the tank. And as you can see, all the algae is gone, whereas before that was solid green. It's no more green. And just start arranging the tank. Now, whenever you put the plants back into the fish tank, you can see that the bottom of the plant has this little plastic thing. So just take some of the rocks like that and then decorate the fish tank, and then that will help keep the plant in place. And what we're going to do is, we got the plants here on top of my little trash can lid, and just one by one we're going to put everybody back into the tank. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all in there, and then when I'm finished I'll show you what it looks like.